Okay, so I was just watching the J6 criminal referrals for Flump. Why can't I get that straight? There we go. Here's what came down for him. It's about noon Monday, and I'm going to get this reading done and upload it and release it at midnight Tuesday morning. But anyway, here's what came down for him. The obstruction of an official proceeding, conspiracy to defraud the United States, conspiracy to make a false statement, and, oops, hold on. Oh, come on. There we go. Last one. That's what happens when you have your phone setting a little light. So anyway, the last one is the important one. I called that in May last year, or May this year. I think, yeah. Inciting, assisting, or aiding and comforting an insurrection. Yeah. Okay, so I normally don't give a rat's you-know-what about how he feels. But, so I'm going to start off with this deck, and I'm not going to layer I'm going to try to go as quickly as I can. I'm not going to layer the Rider-Waite-Smith over it. So, and I'm going to go mostly with just the photos because it's the weirdest deck in the world. Anyway, it's the Visions of Life Tarot. And then I'm going to use the Kipper and look to see legally what's coming down there, which it should just be the same, that we're getting, but I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then also, I want to look at the fact that the house weighs. So let me put into the cards. How is Flumpy Rumpy feeling? How will he continue to feel as the days, weeks, months go on, about this J6 criminal referral that will go to the DOJ, so Jack Smith can do his thing. So I want to know about that, and then I'll ask next about the House Ways and Means Committee are supposed to be voting tomorrow. Ooh, okay. Voting tomorrow on whether or not to publicly release those 6 years of tax returns that they got. So here we have the forces in motion. Hold on, I'll hold it up for you. Isolation, it's the Four of Swords in the Rider-Waite-Smith, but let's just go with the images, okay? So that's where he's sitting in that. That's where he's stewing. Yeah. It was interesting what they actually came through with were just some extra little juicy tidbits that had to do with, wait, that's not right, to do with, make some more room here, people who would have possibly testified on him. He offered them jobs, and so they told the committee that. And Hope Hicks was in there, betraying him. There were other things that either I missed from the first, hearings, or the video hadn't been presented yet, or they didn't cover that. Okay, so his greatest challenge. Yep. The rebel. He's always been the rebel. Ooh, on another level, his greatest challenge now is the government. He's been Putin's puppet, and now I think there's some comeuppance. Okay, so I just heard 7 cards, and we'll bring the last 4 into the future. Okay, we can always draw more. How's he feeling? What's going on? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, what am I going to do now, man? That's what I'm hearing there. Okay. Let's make some room here. Sorry. These cards are too big to leave laying around. Quiet quite a mess over here. You know what? I think some of them are the same that came through in his weekly reading that I just uploaded, but I didn't focus. I've purposely not been focusing in on how he was feeling. I think the cards were trying to give me that information anyway. Let's do this. Okay, so these 4 over here are his future. And the rest is pretty much just how he's feeling. Okay, so this is the soup he's sitting in. His greatest challenge is the government, DOJ. The fact that he's been Putin's puppet, all right? Here's how he's feeling. He's getting the attention he's always wanted, no matter what. It's negative, of course, but who's coming out of the computer? It's, oh my goodness. Look at that. I don't think I even need to say anything more about it. It's a Knight of Cups, but partly it could be that he's not really cognizant of how bad it is, but look at this guy's eyeballs, and his nose is all red. Like, what goes up that nose? And who's coming at you through the computer and the TV? We could just say it's a TV. Probably for him. He's also losing his mind, thinking about where do I go for money. Okay. He's also worried about his money. I mean, that, you know, those NFTs, I mean, I honestly feel that was just a way for the oligarchs to get some quick cash to him in a supposedly legal way. But it's also a vehicle for him to launder money as well. But he made like $5 million overnight. We know his base doesn't have that kind of cash. Then again, we know what they're capable of too. So, disharmony. This is the 3 of Swords. His itty bitty heart is being crushed by people with their ability, with their pens and their ability to type into the computer. Oh no! I need to do more drugs. Look at that nose. Everybody's a red nose in this deck. Okay, his future is the King of Swords coming down on him. They've got him by the pocketbook, so to speak. They've got him by the, I don't want to use any graphic words. It's disgusting, but anyway. Second chakra. They've got him by the second chakra. How about that? 3 of Pentacles in the future. He's probably going to have to be digging deep, working hard to try and get some money. And I don't think that the negative voices are going to stop. 6 of Pentacles, he's going to be asking for money. How do we, get some money to me somehow? This has to do with, I'm thinking money laundering. And I think he's also, another way this is affecting him with the Chariot, I think it's going to make him so stressed out that he eats more. He's probably a stress eater, I would think. I can never imagine him on an exercise bike. Maybe he'll be out golfing. But anyway, he's trying to get something there with this deck. Something sweet. At the bottom of the deck, we have the 6 of Cups. Same thing. Wish it would all go back to the way it was before. Probably wishes he never ran for president. Probably wishes he never did a lot of things. And then this 10 of Swords. I'm pretty sure that we had both of these cards. I think this card was down here in his weekly reading. And I don't remember where this one was, but I do remember it coming through. Look at that. Always just thinking about money. Look at the graveyard down there. So he's feeling like it's over, and he wants it to go back the way it was. Okay. Good enough for that. Poor frumpy, rompy, dumpy. All right, so with the Kipper, I want to check into First, okay, so I'll just stick with this. So how how will he be affected? And if cards want to come through to show how he feels, but how will he be affected by this criminal, by these 4 criminal referrals? Not just 2, we got 4. What does his future look like now? The committee has worked for a year and a half. Is that amazing? Drinking, drugs, waiting, can't do a damn thing. Where's Melania? Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. Going overseas for his money. I gotta work to get the money. I wish Ivanka would visit me. Or maybe I could find some other younger girl. This isn't good. Melania's locked him out. And like he's functional anymore anyway, right? Hold on, I'll get these lined up for you. Or framed up, I guess I should say. How is this going to affect him in the future? Ooh. Okay, let's take the bottom over here. Okay. Oh, shoot. Okay. Sorry I have to go through this every time, but my tripod doesn't go up much higher without having to do a whole bunch of finagling, and it's too much. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck, we do have the, this is my J6 committee card, and their new, this would be the new release. Okay, and it looks to me like it's not just him, it's anybody who was, bonded with him, supporting him, right? The rules, regs. Okay, but how this particular situation is going to go for him, here's the investigation, here's the all the investigations going into him. This is the IRS, this is someone who decides your fate for you. These are, disputes. He's not going to be able to appeal things, and even the Supreme Court has been throwing out everything. That's why his tax records are finally going to go out too. But the way it's going to affect him is, I think he's going to have to just dream on about his assets. I think he's going to be looking towards all foreign oligarchs to, hit, because that's his clan, right? In order to get what he needs, and that's his work. He's up here at the top. All this is sneaking up behind his back, but at least he's up here at the top with some power, but this power is only pointing to overseas relationships and that clan of money laundering, awful people that work to just make money off of the backs of people. Yeah. And what's sneaking up behind him, and there's nothing he can do about it, and this is my 3-month card, and notice he and Melania again, this came through in the weekly reading I just uploaded, their backs are to each other. They're not looking at each other. She is moving away from him. I don't have the coffin card like I did last couple days ago, but she's moving away from him. There's nothing he can do about it. He's out of control. She's locked him out. And this imprisonment card is knighting to him, sneaking up behind his back. He's delusional enough to not know what has hit him. But he's willing to risk anything and everything to get money from his, and maybe he's wanting to get away, like literally get away. I don't know how he could do that, honestly. Yes, he wants to, but if he did, the only way he could do it would be to get some well, it could happen though, but Secret Service agents to collude with him, and they would risk losing all their, benefits and their government job and everything they've worked for years. So I feel like this is him dreaming on, trying to hit up his clan. But I think that they see him as failing, and that, like Jeff says, hey Jeff, that train has hit the train has left the station. He's headed, his soul experience, his soul journey is headed into, we can hope, Leavenworth. Rikers would be okay for me too. This is my Ivanka card when it comes to him, but it could be a younger woman. These two cards here, I think, are clues to Jack Smith's diving into the whole transnational money laundering crime syndicate, because, excuse me, these two cards are always involved with that. You imagine people working for minimum wage or less, and they're not able to make ends meet. Hopefully this is him someday, because he's locked up, and maybe he's working in order to have something to do. Imprisonment, incarcerated. This up here, you guys know, is my subpoena card. Whether he would show up or not, I mean, he would have to, but he would plead the fifth, I'm sure. But this doesn't look good at all. And as far as timing, I don't have my, even at these cards at the bottom of the deck, do I have my 2-year card? Oh yeah, it is there. But I don't see it taking that long, you guys, honestly. This is the 3-month card. And then it's like, oh no. And if I just read the 4 corners like I often do, this would be all the investigations that even involve foreign relations. And those people are not going to like being called to the carpet. And then it puts them all into more of that poverty consciousness that they're coming from with their greed. Interesting. Okay, so let me pull this out real quick and see. When it comes to his, I think I'll skip. I'll mess with those later. I'll change decks. This one is Archie McPhee's super awesome future fortune cards. Okay. And let's look and see, will the House Weens and Mays, yeah, that's it. House Ways and Means Committee. Will they vote, because they're holding a meeting on Tuesday, which is tomorrow, I'm doing this on Monday. Will they vote to make his tax returns public? Because the Republicans are going to control that committee next year, and if the Democrats don't get it done between now and like January 3rd, it's probably not going to happen. So are they going to get this done? Are they going to vote to have that 6 years of tax returns released? I know they've got their hands full. This is not a restful Christmas vacation or holiday for them at all. What are they going to do? Secrets? Oh, dang it, that one has to do with traveling. Oh, now there would be, if the vote, the letter would be the vote. This would be them coming together. Coming together because they don't like the rats and the stealing. This is good news. This would put, the blender would be the card that puts it all out there. So here we have the documents, the vote. These would be the tax returns, putting it out there. Let's see what was at the bottom. Oh yeah, the gift. Right, and this card has to do, this kiss up card here, this card has to do with, you know, how he would value, well, this would be the IRS fraud, to put it in a nutshell, how he valued his properties one way for, you know, for getting loans and another way for filing taxes. And all that is, you know, all that's out there with Weaselberg's trial. That guy's going to be going to jail. Or going to prison, or at least 5 months. Yeah, there's, and then, okay, so the wealth of information, I think it's like put a fork in it, it's done. I think we're going to be kind of happy. This is the gift. So I'm going to go, yeah, the attack, the January 6th attack too. There, because of that, I think everything's going to be coming down on him. As besides, I mean, like the January 6th, the insurrection is looming large with everything. And I think that a lot of, you know, because those 147 Republicans, I don't believe the other Republicans like the fact that these guys are doing what they're doing. I think there's such a battle within the GOP itself. And the insurrection is looming large behind, like as the background. You know, it's like, imagine being married to someone who cheated on you once, and then you forgave him or forgave her, and then you guys got back together, but it's always in the back of your mind. And then they cheat on you again, and you get through that, you know, because, like, I don't know, maybe you have kids, you stick together, whatever, for whatever reason. But then it happens again, right? And I think there's something that's like broken in the Republican Party because of that, in relationship with Trump. I don't think he has the power that he thinks he has. I think the power, the secrets are making people want to just leave him. But as far as the Ways and Means Committee and the Democrats, I mean, this looks like them traveling. But then this, maybe they're secretly working from home because they can do everything online, right? And I do believe that they will come together for the vote against the rat, and we'll have good news, and it'll be put out there, made public. And with the baseline down here, it's like the gift and the abundance, and they've had it. The Democrats have had it with him because of J6. So, okay, well, that's it. I'm going to get this uploaded, and meanwhile, big hugs, happy holidays, happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas coming up. Okay, bye.